Hi guys, Eoin Carroll here, former student of Ballinagar National School and current Offaly and Captain senior footballer. Delighted for Mr. Spain to ask me to put together some activities for you. I've come up with 7 different types. So we've Gaelic football, we've hurling, soccer, basketball, some running and some workout stuff, and then some random games. Okay, so I want you to give them all a go. There'll be some for the juniors and some for the senior guys and girls, and I want you to give them all a go, as many as you can. Get some at home to record you, and we'd love to see how you get on with them. Okay, so the first one we're going to go through is Gaelic football. So we're going to work on different types of kick passes. So if you just want to look at my foot, there's 3 main types of kick passes. The main one is the punt kick, which is straight down the laces. Then we have a hook kick, which is the inside, so that's the hook kick. Punt is in the middle, and then we have outside the slice or the banana, which is, if you want to get kind of really technical, really advanced, when you get really good, you can try those ones. But I suppose the 2 main ones are the hook and the punt. So the hook inside the foot, punt down the laces. So I want you to get one ball. We all have a strong foot, so you can start on your strong foot, start on your comfortable foot, but then I want to work in the left or the whichever is your weaker foot eventually. Okay? So we'll start with punt. We'll go nice and close to the wall. You're just going to punt it off the laces straight back into the hands. Okay? We'll do 5 on the punt, 3, 4, and 5. When we get comfortable enough with it, we can take a big step back. I want to go for 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so on. Another step back, we keep going. When you get back as far as you can till you can't go anymore, then we'll swap up kicks. Okay, so we're going to go with the hook kick now, which is the inside. Okay, so the inside, starting nice and close. The ball's going to drop down, and we're going to have that follow through against the wall. So we drop it down. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big step back again, go for your 5 again. Keep going until I want to see how far back you can get. Likewise, when you're comfortable on the right, there's no player good enough when they just have one foot. You need to have work on both feet done, okay? So we'll go for the left then on the punt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a step back, and so on. Same with the hook kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big step back, keep going. Okay guys, next one up is hurling. Okay, so maybe if you hurl at home, maybe you don't. If you play it or not, doesn't matter. If you want to give it a go, it's there for you. Okay, we'd love to see some of you giving it a go. So what we're going to do first, it's going to be 30 seconds on the clock. We're going to see how many jab lifts we can get. Remember, our jab lift is where we stand over the ball and we just lift it up and we catch it. Okay, so we stand over it and we go for as many as we can in 30 seconds. Drop the ball each time and go again. After you've got comfortable on your jab lift, we're going to do the same thing on the roll lift. So remember, the roll lift, we're standing over the ball, the hurl starts on top, we roll it back and flick it up into the sky and catch it. Sorry, my cat's running out, she's enjoying it too. Okay, so you stand back in, we roll it, catch. Drop it on the ground, roll, catch. Go as fast as you can. Again, 30 seconds on the clock and we'll see how many we can get. Okay? Okay, next one up guys is soccer, okay? So again, maybe you play it, maybe you don't, but I want everyone to give it a go. So what we're going to work on is we're going to work on our passing accuracy. Okay, so pick a target, anything you have. If you have cones at home or a bucket like I'm using, or if you want to use anything at all that's going to knock over. Okay, we're going to take a few meters back, and what we're looking to do is we're looking to knock over the bucket. Okay, when we're kicking, remember the foot that's not kicking is like it's your aimer. Okay, so that foot that's not kicking, that's lining up beside the ball, and I want that big toe pointing to wherever I want the ball to go. So the foot lines up. Should be pointing straight at the bucket. Okay, my next foot's going to come in, and again, like in the Gaelic football hook pass, we're going to be looking to kick with the inside of our shoe or inside of our runner. Okay, so we're going to take a step up, shoe points. Again, if you knock it, great, or if you just push it back, as long as you're aiming for it and hitting it. Okay, next one up guys is basketball. Again, if you don't have basketball at home, that's fine. Just find a normal ball. Anything with a bit of bouncing will work for this. Okay, so we're going to work on our dribbling. So you can do a lot of this in the one spot. If you don't have a basketball hoop or you don't have much space, you can do a lot of this just in a small space. So that's the beauty of it. Okay, so we're going to get nice and low. The main thing with dribbling is we've a slight bend in the knees. We're protecting ourselves at all times from opposition coming in. Going to get a nice bounce in. Start off looking down at the ball. Don't mind you looking at it for now, but eventually when you get really good at it, I want you to look up. Okay, so looking away from the ball. You'll still be able to see it just from the bottom of your eye, but I want you to just be looking up, because if you're in a game, you have to be looking around who's free for the ball. Then what I want you to try to do, I want you to try to close your eyes and see if you can still dribble the ball. Okay? When you get really good at it, you should be able to keep your eyes closed. Okay? Then what I want you to do, you can open your eyes again, and I want you to start moving around with the ball. So you can stay on your right hand for now, going left, going right, backwards, forwards, and then we're going to go back to the very start and go on our left hand, starting looking down at the ball, then looking up, eyes closed, and moving around. And then you can bring in both hands when you get really comfortable at it. You can bring in both hands, go forward, backwards, and if you get really good, you can try put it through your legs as well. Give them all a go, guys. I'd love to see your efforts. Okay, next one, guys, is going to be a leapfrog challenge. So I want you to try this. Be great. You could compete against your brothers and sisters at home with this one. You can measure it out and tell your friends how far you got. So first thing you have to do is to pick a spot. I'm using the bucket, and keep that spot. That spot stays the same the whole time. That's where you're going to jump from. Okay, so that's where you start out. You can have a cone in your hand, or you can use it at the very end. I'm going to start with the cone in my hand. We all know what a leapfrog is like. We're going to jump off both feet, get as low as you can and get your hips back, arms back, and you're going to drag yourself through the air. I'll show you what it looks like. What you get 5 jumps in total, and then you mark where your last one finished off. Okay, so I'll show you what my 5 are going to look like. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I got the whole way to the curve there. Next time I'll go further back and just have a bigger distance jump. So you have 5 jumps, get as far as you can, mark where your last jump finished off, and see if you can beat your own score, see if your brothers and sisters can beat what you got. Okay guys, next one up is a bit of a running challenge, so I want to get the heart rates right up there. So we're sitting down a lot all day now watching TV and doing our online school on our computers. It's about getting out, getting active, getting moving. That's what this is all about. So for your running challenge, I want you to pick something at the house. It can be your actual house, it can be your shed, it can be your garden, something where you can do laps of. Okay, so just go in continuous circles. The first time around, I want you to put 5 minutes on your watch or on your clock, or get someone inside to keep an eye on the clock for you. 5 minutes, I want you to get as many laps done of whatever you pick. So say if it's your house, for example, for 5 minutes, I want you to see how many times you can get around the house. Try it a second time in the week and try beat that amount of laps that you got in the 5 minutes. So put 5 minutes on again towards the end of the week, and if you got 12 laps the first time, I want you to get 13 or more the next time. Okay, then the next week, up it from 5 minutes maybe up to 6 or 7 minutes. Work your way up, add another minute or 2 on every single week. After a while, you should get the fitness right up there. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to put to you guys, I'm going to give you the challenge of coming up with some different animal walks. Okay, so I'm going to show you 1 or 2. I don't want to give too many away because I want to see what your imagination is like, how many different animal walks you can come up with. What an animal walk is just a different kind of movement. Instead of us just walking as we do normally, come up with a different way of moving from one place to another that looks like or resembles some kind of animal. So what I'm going to do, one that we all know, the first one, is our crab walk. Okay, so we get down on our hands and feet, and that's our crab walk. Okay, you can go for 10 meters or so. Going to get up then, want you to have a good think. I'll give you another one, another example. Our frog, our leapfrog. Okay, so we're down like this and we jump like a frog. Okay, so there's 2 examples. Now I want you to think outside the box. We'll see, and I'd like you to let your teachers know what different types of animal walks you come up with. So think when you go to the zoo, all the different animals you'd see up there. You have your monkeys, you have your tigers, you have your penguins. There's just a few. I don't want to give them all away because I want to get your imaginations working. Come up with as many different animal walks as you can. We'd love to hear some of the noises as well. Okay guys, I just want to thank you all for having a watch of the video. There's 7 different variations in there, 7 different types of games and sports. So I want to see you give them all a go. Even if you don't like soccer, you don't like hurling, you don't like jumping, try them all anyway. See what you do like. You might surprise yourself. You might pick up something that you didn't think you liked beforehand. As I said during the video, we're sitting down a lot during the day these days, so it's all about getting up, getting moving, getting active. Okay, so get the heart rates up, let's get working on that fitness, and you'll have some fun along the way as well. So thanks a million guys, and stay safe.